Welcome to the Puente Hills Mall, better known as the Back to the Future Mall, or the Twin Pines Mall, or the Lone Pine Mall. The filming location from Back to the Future, where Marty McFly first sees the time machine and goes back to 1955. The charm of this place is it still looks very much like it did in 1985 when Back to the Future came out, but perhaps that was this mall's downfall as well, because it is essentially now a dead mall. All the tenants are slowly being kicked out. Soon this mall will be redeveloped. Will this facade from Back to the Future survive? Nobody knows. And that is why this was the perfect location to come and tell you about a little personal story of mine, a little saga. Because the mall is dead, and so is a dream. But first, look inside. As you can see, there were not that many cars in the parking lot, and it's a Saturday. This mall should have been bumping on a Saturday. But alas, no longer. It held out for over 40 years as a thriving, bumping, exciting place to shop. But now look at this. All the end stores are dead. Most of the little shops inside are closed up. There's ominous, weird, echoing music playing in here. I mean, just look at this. There's a few stores open at the other end, but for the most part, this mall, which by the way, still has that replica Twin Pines Mall sign inside of it, no longer plugged in, no longer lighting up, but it's still here for the moment. I hope it stays in the future iteration of whatever this property becomes. And then look at this. You ever see those memes about the back rooms? It's kind of giving that vibe. We need that TikTok song. Look at this, even the few stores with stuff in the windows are closed on a Saturday. Here it is, the Puente Hills / Twin Pines Mall. Pretty much vacant, pretty much done for. The dream is dead. Even most of the escalators aren't running anymore. Anyway, that's what I came to talk about, dead dreams. Because you guys may remember a couple of years ago, right after COVID, right as I was turning 40, I thought, I'm gonna have my midlife crisis in a responsible way. I'm gonna recapture my youth without having affairs or running around or experimenting with substances. Mine is gonna be more fun and more practical. I'm gonna go back in time and buy myself an old van. Now, from the age of 16 up into my 30s, all I ever drove were vans. I was in a band, and so I toured the country in old vans. I slept in the old vans. I basically lived out of one of my old vans for like 5 years. It was an old GMC Vandura van, you know, the old Chevy G20 style vans. That was at least the van that I had that I loved the most. I wanted to recapture a little of that magic. It was an old conversion van, and so, because there were none on the market right after COVID, people were buying up vans to camp in, to live in, to do van life. I ended up compromising and buying an old Dodge Ram conversion van I found up in East LA. In fact, when George and I were test driving it, we found a crack pipe inside. We thought, oh, that'll be a funny story, you know, the redemption of the van. And because it's random land and anything and everything can become a character, I thought, oh, for sure, people are gonna love this van with me, connect with it. It'll become a character on the show. That was the dream anyway, but right away, the dream kind of turned into a little bit of a nightmare. In the first place, the van had been heavily modified inside electrically. Like, people had sawzalled the dashboard apart to put in multiple different stereos and wired up all kinds of subwoofers and things that were later ripped out. It had gremlins, electrical gremlins, the worst thing you can possibly have in any old or new car. I wasn't too worried though, so I took it out on the road, and on the first big cross-country trip within just 2 states of California, the van started to shake and break. And halfway through that first trip, it actually completely broke down. I had to fly home while it was repaired in Pennsylvania, then fly back and get it. I did one more trip in it the next year, but the electrical issues started causing everything in the van to short out. At first, I kept putting money into the van, a little bit at a time. You know, I bought it a new transmission, I bought new tires, a little fixes here and there. In fact, recently, my friend Tom Devlin of the Boulder City, Nevada Horror Monster Museum fame drove all the way out to California to pull apart some of the wiring and help me fix some stuff in it, but alas, the van has finally died again. And I have decided that the definition of insanity, of course, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I have decided not one more dollar is going into that old van. The dream is dead. And pretty much the entire audience turned on that van once it broke down in the first place. I cannot tell you the amount of hate that van got, that particular van. Remember, it was a Dodge Ram van, and only after I bought it did everyone and their mother-in-law, including my friend Bob Gurr, tell telling me, oh, you should have never bought a Dodge Ram van. Those are the worst vans ever made. I didn't know anything. My vans were always Chevy, GMC, and I knew all these people that had vans in van clubs. They were all Chevy and GMC. I figured, what's the difference? Well, I guess there was a pretty big difference when it came to getting parts. It came to the expensiveness of fixing stuff. I mean, maybe some of you out there are Dodge lovers. Don't take offense. That's just what I was told over and over by everybody that I respect. Like, oh, you shouldn't have bought that particular van. It is a piece of junk, the slowest hunk of junk in the galaxy. And so when my son and I tried to go to Home Depot recently, loaded up the van with some wood and just tried to drive it back to my house, maybe 2 miles or something like that, and it died at every stop sign, I said, that's it. That's enough. But you know what? It's only the dream of that van, the old Heffalump, the old Landship Enterprise, that is dead, because although woe may have befallen the van, the overall dream is still alive. The dream is dead, but long live the dream. That's why I've come here to the Back to the Future Mall, because every time I've ever gotten a new Random Land car, going all the way back to my old Mustang or to Allie's new car once I got her one, I would always come here to the Back to the Future Mall to film the reveal, to show everybody, oh, check out what I just got. You know, I've always bought used cars, but check out the old used car that I got. And the first and only car I did not do that with, I did not do the reveal here with, was that Dodge van. I revealed it at Calico Ghost Town in the desert on my birthday. And maybe that was the curse. And so to avoid any future curses, I've returned to the Puente Hills Mall to tell you we're getting rid of one problem, the old van, but we've acquired a whole new set of fun problems. Because behold, right down there, parked in the same parking spot as Doc Brown's Scientific Services truck was in Back to the Future, is the new old van. The random van is reborn. And unlike the previous van, this is a 1993 Chevy G20 conversion van. It's only ever been owned by one family, and actually this is the most interesting trade of my life. I didn't want to give any spoilers. I didn't want to show you this van yet, but I've been having so much fun cruising around in it, and I've been spotted in it so many times already. I figured it was better to just reveal it now and show you the full story a little further on down the road. Can't tell you the whole story of how I got this thing just yet, but suffice to say, like I said, it was one of the most interesting trades I've ever made in my life, because in exchange for this van, I traded the old one, not to the owner of this van. I paid cash for that, but I made up for that. I got the cash in exchange for giving the old van up for destruction. Now, it's still in my driveway, like you were seeing those clips of it. It's still sitting there just dead, collecting dust, but eventually it is going for destruction in the most interesting and entertaining way possible. And it was in exchange for the van's promised destruction, a destruction that's coming up in probably 8 weeks, 10 weeks or so, that I was able to procure the funds for this van. Let's just leave it at that for the moment, because I don't want to spoil a heck of a surprise. Let's just say the old van's not gonna go out with a whimper. It's gonna go out with a bang. Now this bad boy, I just picked this up. Like I said, it was owned by one family for that entire time, originally from the grandpa who was driving it around Guerneville, California, up in the redwoods. Apparently he used it to help run his mercantile business up in Guerneville. It's near the Russian River, where a lot of people do canoe trips and stuff in California. And like any 32-year-old van, it's gonna have its issues. I can tell the air conditioning fan is on the way out. I've just owned several of these, so I kind of know the deal. And that's the super pro bonus. Like I said, I got people, friends of mine in van clubs who have these vans. They've got guys who will work on these vans, know where to get the parts for these vans, not those Dodge Ram vans that were kind of a later model. And I myself went through many broken parts and many repairs on a van just like this. They made these vans from the late 70s all the way up until 1995 before they changed to the Chevy Express. I had one of those too. They're rad. They're just a little more soulless than these old boys that have some personality in them. Anyway, the point is that I've got experience dealing with these vans. And most importantly, this van's electronics were never gutted and ripped apart and customized and decustomized and recustomized, and it has no electrical gremlins, at least. Oh, that other van, I couldn't get any shop in Southern California to touch it because it had been screwed with so much. There were no wiring diagrams. The Chevy G10 over here, well, they made millions of them. Parts are everywhere. The knowledge on how to repair them is everywhere. There's millions of them still on the road. There's a couple things I'm gonna have to do right away. I'm gonna need new brakes, new tires, probably replace that air conditioning fan, although it blows cold. A couple little trim pieces that could be replaced, some switches that have died out, some stuff like that. But for the most part, as you'll see, this bad boy is raring to go. Just Unlock the back doors there. Look at that electric locks that actually work. At least for the moment. And excuse the mess. I'm on my way somewhere very interesting and important. But behold, the 1993 Chevy G20 family wagon conversion van. Like the other old van, there is a bed in the back, but this one's mechanical, not electrical. Not as much electrical stuff to break. It's still got that high top roof, and yes, it had the old CRTV that doesn't work anymore, and there's a headliner falling down there. I gotta repair that. But no limo lights on top, none of the other fancy stuff that the Dodge van had that would break all the time and help short it out all the time. Not because it wasn't well built, but because it was just messed with so many times. Still has most of the blinds and curtains intact, and look at the upholstery. Check out this plaid upholstery right here. When we went to see this, I told Allie, like, they are never gonna make that upholstery again. When will they ever do this again? Look at that, I got my flux capacitor charger plugged right into the dashboard, ready to go back in time. The only modification I could tell someone made is to put a CD player in this thing instead of the original cassette player. But it's actually wired in properly. I even have the paperwork from when it got done. I have all the paperwork on this van going back to the 90s. Nobody sawed apart the dashboard or hot wired the thing, so it should just be plug and play to replace with a more modern one with a little pop out screen if I so desire, or maybe replace it with an old cassette player, who knows? But this is it. The other thing is this van never sat. It never sat still. The grandpa who had the van passed away, and the grandson had special needs, so the family inherited the van and used it at least twice a week for the past 10 years to drive their son around. And because of that, it just never sat out and dried out and, you know, had the battery die and all that stuff. It's been running the whole time, fairly low miles, only around 100K. It was an absolute steal to grab, very inexpensive, cost me nothing, of course, because of my aforementioned trade. That's how I was able to procure it. It's a long story. But that makes it even better because I got it for such a low price that I still have some room in the budget to make some repairs, because of course it's gonna need some repairs, new brakes, new tires, all that kind of stuff. Make sure the air conditioning system is strong. Replace that little blower that I could tell was dying from the first time I started up. I already knew, like, ooh, I've had a couple of those go out on me. I know the deal. And when I was originally looking, I was like, okay, in exchange for getting rid of the old van, the deal is that I get another old van that was cooked into the bargain that I made. Again, long story. And originally I thought, well, I'm gonna find one in bad shape for the budget that I'm on, and maybe I'll just spray paint it and go all chaos, because my original old band van from Discard was very much spray painted and all decked out with just tagging and stuff. But then I actually saw this in person, saw the original paint, and it's a little dusty and dirty right now, but other than that, the paint is in fantastic shape. Just like the upholstery on the inside, they don't make them like this anymore. Check that out. It's got the original family wagon tire cover on there. It already has a tow hitch on it. It's got some lights. A little bit of rust around this lip here, but all the old GMC Chevy vans had that because they were designed like with this thing to collect rainwater, and they only ever put these like tiny little spouts on it. But if you weren't parked downhill, it all just collected in the back and kind of had some rust around the edges, but no big body cancer rust. I mean, this thing is slamming, jamming, vanning, and ready to cruise. Starts right up, no shaking, no clicking like the old van, no engine sitting on the frame like the old van, no rat's nest and bird's nest of wires that have been pulled out and rewired 1,500 times like the old van. This thing just started up and I drove it right out of the original owner's driveway and to AAA to get it registered to me. I'm gonna get some new plates on there, hoping to get the old school blue plates. We're gonna see how that works out, but get some different license plates with my own number on it. And there she blows right in front of F2, or there he blows, I should say. I never called the other van the random van because it wasn't a Chevy. I was always kind of holding out hope that one day I'd get one of these bad boys. And one of these I feel comfortable actually putting money into when it breaks, because this was the dream. This was what I wanted in the first place. Not really the old Dodge Ram van, which looked more like a Star Trek Next Generation shuttlecraft than one of these to me. I already drove it up to Horror Nights the other day. I've been driving it all around Orange County, just having the best time. And today I am driving it all the way up to LA, to the Valley, to Simi Valley, in fact, the Santa Susana Pass, to meet up with a good friend of mine, Adam the Woo, who has rented out a very unique Airbnb. And that is what we're gonna go see next. But there it is, the random van. I wanted to hold off on showing it to you because I wanted to wait until we could destroy the old van to reveal this one, but I figured someone's gonna catch me in this thing before that happens. I cannot stop driving it. I am addicted to this thing. Look at, like I said, some people, their dream is to have an affair. Some people, their dream is to go out and do substances or jump off a cliff and bungee jump or skydive or whatever it is, or take a trip to Tokyo. My dream was always to recapture a little bit of that touring van magic. And although we might have some surprises mechanically over the next couple of weeks, I've done it. The dream was dead, but long live the dream. As for the van's name, you can call it the random van if you want. So far, I've just been calling it Steve. Steve van. Get it? I mean, why not Steve? There's always a Steve. Anyway, I'm gonna climb in Steve over here, the random van, the new Enterprise A, the Landship Enterprise A, whatever you wanna call it. Get out of this dead mall and go someplace a little more lively. And see, I've revealed the van to you here, so hopefully we avoid the curse of that last van. This is right where the DeLorean was revealed, and so it's very fitting that this van is revealed, although in Back to the Future, the only people driving a van were the Libyans. Well, let's get in now, start her up. Listen to how smooth this is, listen. That's it, hear how quiet it is? Ah. And next up, let's see if these bastards can do 90. What did I tell you? 38 miles per hour! Man, I love these things. You almost don't even need air conditioning because it's got those old school triangle windows blowing the air on you. Oh yeah, living the dream. And don't get me wrong, I have absolutely no illusions. It's an old car. Things are going to break. In fact, for all I know, it could break down on us today. But the point was, Steve here has got good bones, good clean bones. The old van, nothing but dirty bones. She was a dirty girl. And as you will find out, she will meet her fate. All right, camera's going down now in a second. Nothing hands-free about this camera. I'm still getting used to driving this bad boy around, so we're gonna hop on the freeway, and I will see you guys up in Simi Valley. Dude, I am genuinely having so much fun in here right now. Ah, the good old days. Look at the size of that windshield. High visibility. Loving it. All right, we're in the far north of the valley, passing up through the Santa Susana Pass over here. So far, she's running okay. We're actually passing Spawn Ranch, or where Spawn Ranch was, right over here, which really makes you wonder, what is this Airbnb Adam has booked? Well, it's not quite as creepy as staying in Spawn Ranch, but for a certain generation, it's pretty darn close. All right, well, we've at least made it off of the freeway, made it to our exit. I grabbed myself a Dr. Pepper. Looks like we've got just enough sunlight left to make it there before dark. Let's check out Adam the Woo's Airbnb. Let's see what Adam the Woo thinks is a good old time. The place we're looking for should look familiar right away. Almost there. When we find it, it should be instantly familiar. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there it is. Does it look familiar to you? Well, it should. This is it. This is the house from 1982's Poltergeist. Today it's haunted by Adam the Woo and Kevin Heimbach.
It's wild. It's wild inside.
I can't wait. Dude, I haven't been up here for years, even just as a drive-by on the house. And like when you came before, it was always like, okay, don't make any noise. Like don't tick off the neighbors. And now it's an Airbnb, like just recently, right? And now
Adam's the 5th person to stay here.
Adam's the 5th person?
Sean was number 2.
Should we just walk in? Oh my gosh.
They're here.
We walked in, dude. How sick is
I
this?
almost broke his camera.
Oh my gosh. This is it. You're the 5th person ever to stay here?
Yeah.
This is insane, dude.
Look at this.
I've never come to like a filming location and just walked right in. There she is.
Carol Ann.
Heather O'Rourke, dude. Heather. This is insane, dude. The kitchen looks just like we just saw it at Horror Nights.
No, the guy was right here with the steak.
Yeah, but I didn't think they filmed it in the house. Did they film anything in here?
So they did film parts. Set, but then they also filmed parts of it.
So you could see out the windows.
Was here.
What?
All the scenes here when she's going, the daughter's going by on the bike and the guys are hitting on her.
Oh my gosh.
It's the same windows.
And there's a freaking pool out there.
Yeah, it's the same pool spot.
They must have just chose this because it was brand new construction in 1981 or whatever, right? Because otherwise, we're like way up here. We're like way in the boondocks. This is crazy. Look at the old school TV. Dang, so this is all brand new.
I'm only the 5th person to say it.
That's insane. There we got Kevin from BC DeLorean. Now, do you like the Poltergeist?
I'm scared of it.
Are you really?
I'm a kid.
It's one of those movies I haven't watched for like 20 years
It
or
was
something.
actually the only movie I could watch as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one of the. It's probably one of my first horror movies too. Yeah.
The clown, scary.
Heather O'Rourke right here had family that went to my mom and dad's church. So she was a frequent sight for me when I was younger. She wasn't that young though, not as young as Poltergeist. She didn't die till 88. She was a lot older than most people think she died when she was like a little kid from the Poltergeist curse. Now, she had an illness. Dude, look at that. Look at the freaking photos right here. You guys are all just chilling like, yeah, no big deal. We're used to it. We like ghosts. Oh my gosh. Look at the freaking Atari right here with all the games inside of it. If you want the definitive filming location tour, you'll have to go refer to the Daily Woo. Looks like Adam's got some props. He's getting ready for a crazy episode. Don't miss it. Dude, look at this place is huge. Look, there's a whole second living room or den over here with all kinds of 80s and movie posters. Perfect. Got some board games and an Xbox over there for your modern convenience. I cannot believe there's a pool out there. We were just at Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood, and they brought back the Poltergeist maze because it was a fan favorite. And so I feel like we just lived this movie, even though it's been a long time since I've actually watched it. Dude, look at those old counters. I can't believe that's right over the kitchen door, dude. This house is clean. This is hot. Where's Brandon when you need him, dude? We need Brandon up here. The doorbell just rang. Someone's coming in.
Welcome back.
Oh, look at that.
Back home.
I'm here again.
Oh my gosh, dude, look at that. I can't believe we could just walk in and walk upstairs. No, I didn't get a chance to watch your video yet. Oh, man. Okay, go see Sean Clark's video. Dude, look at
This
this.
was the parents' room, but they recreated on the set. The one that's like the upside down spinning room, where she's in the bed and she crawls up the top.
Dang, but it was kind of modeled after this house.
Yeah, it looks exactly like
That's
this.
crazy,
So when
dude.
she says they're here, it's like right here. This is where the TV would have been.
Oh my gosh. You gonna sleep in here tonight, bro?
It's right there.
You worried about it?
Not at all.
You worried about the house imploding or anything? This is amazing. Like, how sick is this?
Right, here's the room.
This is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, no way, dude.
They got the clown. They got the helmet.
Cabbage Patch Kids. What just made that noise? The clown? I swear that thing just made a
I have it on
sound.
my phone.
Maybe your phone.
And then the creepy tree was right out here.
Dude, that is so wild. Who's sleeping in here? That's the real question.
Sean. This is your room, Sean. What? This is your room tonight.
I'm not staying there.
You and the clown.
I'm going home.
You and the clown can hang out all night long.
Right here, Sean.
Yeah.
She still got the cheesy clown.
Yeah, you can sleep. You can sleep on the Boba Fett bed. You don't have to take strawberry shortcake.
Good. Oh yeah, look at this fucking thing.
Don't you want to sleep next to that all night?
This is not attacking anybody.
I don't know that.
So I recreate how I got pulled into the bed.
Yeah.
We're getting behind the scenes.
I just went.
You had someone slam the door.
That is so awesome.
And so yeah, I'm here with the clown, right?
Yeah.
And then Brian was out there with the camera, and my buddy Darren was here, and he slammed it.
Good.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you got dragged underneath there.
Giving it all
You
away.
pull yourself.
I would have thought if anyone could have summoned a real poltergeist, it would have been you.
Yeah. Well, the thing I was the most proud of though was the one shot though where the clown disappears. It was all in one shot.
Oh yeah.
Because that was basically Darren.
It's out of the chair.
He grabs it and he's hiding over here.
This is so cool, dude. So were any of these houses here when they filmed the houses
This one was
behind?
here. The ones behind were not.
Okay, that's
There
what I
was-
remember.
There was no street back there. But this house was here.
But they did shoot out these windows and like
Whoa.
actually use the
When did they
house.
put this gate up?
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't realize they filmed anything in the house, especially upstairs, Kevin. So like this is kind of. First we were in the Goonies house together, and now we're in the freaking Poltergeist house. Yeah, BC DeLorean bringing the heat. And he brought me an old Schwinn the other day. My hero. There's the parental bedroom with a little more light on the subject. Dude, look at this fantasy 80s bathroom.
I'm gonna take a bath in that tub.
You're gonna take a bath? Can I join you? Shall I?
Absolutely.
Because that looks like a comfy tub.
bet.
There might be
That's
enough
where the
room for
real
both of
horror
us.
begins.
But look at that! Look at the window, the hexagon window or whatever. It's not an octagon. I don't know what it is. This is like every '80s mom's fantasy bathroom. Oh my gosh!
They recreated the set on the soundstage. They decided to go with a cooler looking staircase thing. That thing's so rickety looking. It didn't look like a real one.
Yeah, when Craig T. Nelson runs down it, you think it's gonna.
You see the whole thing shake. Yeah.
Craig T. Nelson.
Coach.
Oh, good old Coach. Quite a few bedrooms up here. 4 of them, in fact. Look at this. You can come with all your friends and spend the night, which I believe is the plan. Most of these folks are going to be staying over in the Poltergeist house. I was invited to, but you'll notice Allie is not here with me. She's having a little Crohn's flare up, which is why I'm so late. I was making sure she didn't need to go to the emergency room or anything like that. She says she's okay. She might join us later, in which case I'll stay. If not, I'll go back. This is awesome though, man. What a place to stay. We're so close to Spawn Ranch that if we want like a little midnight field trip, we could just go cruise over there, you know, summon some spirits, get a real poltergeist to follow you home and ruin your life and ruin your house.
I'll follow you, man. I'm not going out in those woods.
Okay. I'm glad we at least have something to watch.
People haven't been staying on top.
We'll never be bored with this on TV. They're here.
And freaking Kevin plays the soundbite in my ear, and it actually scared the shit out of me. Because I was like, wait, she's coming from the TV. Did you get that on film? Were you filming it? I was filming it.
I filmed it. That was good.
Oh, I got Cheetos on the floor. Ooh, I gotta clean that up.
Dude, I gotta check this out, Doc. Holy cow. This is amazing. So if, like me, you haven't seen Poltergeist for years and years and years, you might want to watch it again, get a little refresher, at least before you go to Adam's video, where he's going to be recreating some stuff. I believe there's going to be some special effects out here tonight. This is wild. I don't think I've been up here for 10 years or so, maybe. And even back then, it was like bringing out-of-state guests who wanted to check out some old school horror movie filming locations. We drove up to the E.T. house, went to the Friday the 13th house, or excuse me, Nightmare on Elm Street house. Ooh, cross wire there. And I do remember coming all the way up here just to see the front of the Poltergeist house with a friend from out of state, and it being like, it's like a really nice neighborhood up here, like all the houses they built after the movie, especially like super ritzy area. And I mean, I know you really can't get a sense of scale on camera, but this place is freaking huge. Like, this property is ginormous. So anyway, the people that lived in the house before, or back in the day, the last time I was here, it was like no go on visitors. If you stopped your car out front, there were some neighbors that would get cranky. So it's incredible that this is happening. Dude, I love 80s movie kids that have grown up now and now have a little bit of money, making the world a better place. Like the Goonies house, Bayman bought that. Adam and Kevin and I were just up there checking out the inside. No one's been allowed to see it in the public yet until the documentary about its restoration comes out, but we were just inside the Goonies house together. Or think of the Christmas movie house or Christmas Story movie house, or Richard the Short Circuit house. Like all these amazing 80s movie houses are being turned into Airbnbs because, I mean, they get thousands of visitors a year. Why not let the visitors enjoy them? Look at this though. They got a huge like RV parking pad up here, like a whole separate upper backyard. I don't think any of this would have been built yet when the movie was filmed. Look at that though. Even from the back, it's like unmistakable. Remember the pool scene? If you've never seen it and you're unlikely to watch it, basically, the house is haunted by paranormal entities. Carrie Ann, the little girl, played by Heather O'Rourke, gets sucked into the TV, into another dimension. And they find out the reason the house is haunted is because it was quickly built, this new development, because it's built over a cemetery. And of course, where they're digging out the pool, there's a famous scene with all the corpses and coffins. So it's cursed 6 ways from Sunday. It's amazing. Adam's the 5th person to stay here. This is all brand new, this being an Airbnb. So I guess we got a responsibility not to be too loud, not to disturb the neighbors. We won't put the kibosh on this. This is freaking awesome. I just wish Allie was here. Dude, look at that. If we get into this pool, we might have some unexpected guests if we hop in that pool later, Sean Clark.
I hope so.
We're trying to figure out the child-proof gate.
Yeah.
we can't get it open. Oh my gosh, dude. This is rad. This is completely unexpected. Adam just the other day was like, hey, you want to go and stay at the Poltergeist house? Like, all right. This is pretty random, Adam. What's going on?
I just scoot.
Oh, we're doing
All for science. All for science.
Really?
We're gonna do stop motion. We're
for you?
slowly
Okay.
drag her.
All right, quiet on the
over there.
set.
You have a-
I didn't even notice this
wanna
tape
get
is
that
on the
out there.
floor, so you can recreate some movie scenes with like perfect. Look at Allison over here. Yeah, you're like ready to go. You're ready for the big stunts.
Dude, that's gonna be great.
You're lining it all up, lining it all
yeah,
up.
'cause
All right, we're gonna do a little
Okay.
stop motion. The Heimbach special effects are about to begin.
Ready?
I can scoot.
Wait, you're doing it by video?
You can probably move her.
They're just gonna chop it up?
I think there's gonna
We're doing special effects.
You could probably duck behind the
Yeah, duck behind the counter.
duck behind the
Behind
counter.
here. Oh.
Less distance.
I'll double check. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. I do love how in the shot though you can see the arrows on the floor.
Cut it. It was just like I think you've moved her about 2 inches so far.
Yeah. So here's a crazy story. Heather O'Rourke had family who went to my parents' church in the 80s, and so I've been in the same room with her. She was a lot older than she was in the movie. She didn't die until 1988. Weird little freaky trivia. You almost made it.
Okay. I think I made it to the spot.
I think you're good.
So I just sit
You did it. Shot achieved. Special effects achieved. I can't wait for the next one. Adam's gonna do a little ILM.
The entire time.
Really?
That makes it
No, I wasn't
What? In the reflection?
You see us there?
Ah, you can just crop it.
Oh, I love it.
I was just watching her.
Adam's gonna get a little ILM action on right now.
You're off in the corner.
You can crop it in, right? How wide is that lens?
Look, you're right there.
We'll just crop it in.
We start going.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
It's
you
probably
can
going to break. Well, that might work. That might work.
It was the joke.
Here we go.
Adam's gonna get a little ILM action right now. Look at this.
Here we go.
Special effects.
Record for me.
Are we in the way right here? Are we in the way of the shot?
We need, I will put it down. You ready?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, what
Behind the
other shot is
scene.
what?
Getting the reverse angle now. It's so scary.
What you need to do is you need to pull it that way and reverse it. Oh, I don't know how to do that. You have to restring it.
You think we have the budget for reshoots? Oh my gosh. Speaking of old school, look at this, dude.
Recreated
That's
in
been a while.
the-
Every kitchen used to have that. This is so weird, dude. Especially when you open the front door and you walk out and you just realize where you are. Now, if you've been into filming locations or ever hunted any down, you'll know, like, it's kind of awkward, you know, pointing a camera at somebody's private home. Things are different now. It's a little less awkward than it used to be. If you were into it pre-social media, like that's how Adam and I met, because I had a Back to the Future filming locations website, and I had all kinds of other filming locations on there, including a shot of the Poltergeist house. And obviously Sean Clark in there, very famous for hunting down old horror movie locations and dealing with horror movie stars. So a lot of us were into this whole finding the filming locations, visiting the filming locations thing, kind of before social media made it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not hip or trendy, more like palatable. Because back then you used to go in front of someone's house and it would be 50-50. Sometimes they come out like, you remember the movie? Awesome. Like the Pee-wee house, the lady would come out like, you remember Pee-wee? You know, this is before social media took fandom up a notch and made fandom kind of cool. You know, all the nerds from around the world connected with each other, and all the normies that used to make fun of us nerds kind of got together and went, hey, I guess it's cool to be into what we're into now, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the other half of the reaction you'd get is like, what are you doing looking at my house? I don't care if an effing movie was filmed here, you know. So maybe it feels natural if you're a little bit younger to just come to a filming location and you're just sort of welcome to come there or to rent it or whatever. Nowadays, I think if you live in a neighborhood like this with a famous movie house, you almost expect visitors, you know, as long as they're cool, you're going to be cool to them. Dude, but the last time I was here was still in the era of like, ooh, just to cruise by, be very discreet and get out of there before anybody yells at you. This is so crazy, man. Such a huge house. Just never realized how big it was. Man, how are they making this much money in the 80s? Oh, I forgot. Houses back then compared to now cost 25 cents and a pack of bubble gum. Look at that. Look at that gate to get your RV back there. 3-car garage. Dang, what a trip, dude. What a trip. Just going for a little walk down the street here while they're shooting some of their special effects. And I never noticed, like basically right across the street from the Poltergeist house is an identical home. Not quite as obscured by trees. Look at that. So before those trees grew up in front of the actual house, it would have had a silhouette much more like this. Same little hexagon window up there. Creepy. Dude, this is so random and so awesome. This is definitely one place I never thought that I would be going inside of. You know what I mean? Just wild. Oh, looks like Carrie Ann got a package.
Mom says I shouldn't sit so close to the TV. It'll rot my brain.
Oh, they're still working on the special effects. Oh my
We're trying to, but
we need some Italian acrobats from, or the French ones from Epcot. They'd stack that in 2 seconds.
They're no longer there anymore.
Oh. Well, then they're available. It's been taking like 20 minutes. Yeah. We're all trying to decide how this scene plays out. The chair stacking scene. Some incredible special effects are about to happen.
It's happening. Take one.
Take one.
Okay, Kevin doesn't want me to film take one. We're supposed to practice it, but I'm filming it anyway.
We can already see all the comments.
Okay. Hi, chair stacker.
Action.
Jesus. Carol Ann. Did you do this?
Uh-uh.
Alright, how many times have I told you kids, push these chairs in because Eva is gonna get your food. Alright. Carol Ann, have I told you this TV is gonna rot your brain? I like watching this TV, Mom. You can't tell me what to do. What's all that noise over there? I think there's some spirits up in here. Oh, we just... Holy smokes!
Oh, we should be making movies. I can't believe how fast you stacked those chairs. That was actually pretty fast.
You got,
Not bad.
What's supposed to happen to Mary?
Well, now there's a tennis ball. Oh my gosh. Kevin returned with some fried chicken and bologna. I was not expecting this steak.
Dude, the thickness is great. That is great.
And your meat, good choice.
You got great meat, Kevin.
Slide across this counter.
God.
We're gonna slide this meat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's happening.
That'll be good.
Oh, dude. I can't even see the string on that counter.
Did you run along?
We're gonna turn the lights off too because it was dark in here.
Wow.
I had the flashlight, so.
No.
We're about to cuddle with some meat. Y'all ever gone to the Poltergeist house and done a little meat cuddling?
Right there. And it's frozen there.
Place it right there.
Okay. All right.
All right, ready? Come on. Come on, ready? Set, go.
Chicken.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, wait. Keep it going. Keep it going. One more take. Keep it going.
No, the only thing that sucks
Keep
is
it going.
you can see my shadow.
Oh, that's what we're worried about.
I mean,
Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, chicken man.
Oh man, I did not expect you to crack up so. Dude, look at you. Is that good chicken right there?
Pretty good chicken.
Okay, we're gonna do a reverse shot now. Get Adam's reaction shot. Little movie making.
need it in the, and I'm gonna stop like right about here. Yeah, where I stopped before.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Set.
Sprinkling rice on the chicken.
Chicken rice
Hey,
is
ready?
pretty good.
Some
Wait, do you want to have like? Am I supposed to just
some
keep it
movie
close like
magic
that?
maggots.
I think we want it dark, and then and then you want
I was just talking about how 2002, so 23 years ago or something, I brought my friend Chris Warren from Louisiana up here. Shout out to Chris Warren. We were looking at the house. I think it was with Chris Warren. We just rolled up outside and took a quick disposable camera picture. We weren't even there literally for 60 seconds yet. And the guy came out of the house. He'd been here long enough. I think he thought we were some other people that had already been here. And he came out and he was yelling at us. We were trying to reason with him. Well, Sean just told me, not only was the guy kind of famous for that, not being a fan of fans of the film, but that he actually died here, upstairs in the house. He's not going to be happy that I'm back. He's not going to be happy at all. Anyway, you're going to have to go over to Adam's channel, youtube.com/thedailywoo, and watch the final results of the scene recreations here. Oh my gosh.
Do you want to jump out the lanes? Or
He's got gum in his mouth for fake teeth. Somewhere out there, somebody that takes this movie very seriously is getting upset, Kevin. Somebody's getting upset. So you never know if anyone will watch this video. But at least we're having fun making it. Oh, man. We just filmed the greatest scene together.
I know, it's our shining moment.
My hands and Adam's face and this beautiful skeleton and some ketchup and some meat. I'll leave it at that. What? It's not bologna. It just happened. You see what I... All right. Apparently, we are actually going to utilize that pool now. I didn't have my beach body ready, Kevin. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean,
I'll wear a shirt. Junior high pool party
I'm
rules.
not wearing a shirt.
You don't need to wear a
I'm
shirt.
like 50 pounds heavier than you.
I know. But I'll look even better with a shirt on.
You look better next to me.
Luckily, I brought the old swim trunks over here in the van. All of my swim shorts, whenever I'm out on the road and I have to buy a new pair, it's always like 4th of July time, so I have so many America-themed swim shorts. And yet I almost never swim. I'm one of those never nudes. I don't like it. Dude, we've been friends for, what, 15 years or something? I don't think I've ever gone swimming with you anywhere.
it's the first time for everything.
I swear, I do not think
Will there be any skeletons in here?
I
think there will be.
Get some
Spoiler alert.
skeletons.
Spoiler alert, they're right here. We got the skeleton.
Kevin's leaving. He doesn't want to go shirtless. He's leaving. He's taking Allison with him. So it's just going to be a bunch of dudes in the nude. Dude, Adam, there's a ghost floaty.
Get the ghost floaty.
There's a ghost floaty. Yes. Ghost floaty skeletons. Yes. Yeah. Nailed it. This is like the first night of the whole summer that has even got remotely chilly. It's already a little cold. We're about to hop in a pool. Nice. Adam's going to be filming it. I'll leave it to his video for you to see, everybody. Without their shirt on. I've just discovered this water is incredibly cold.
It's not that bad once you're in, Joe.
That's what they always say. Oh, Sean's going to go in. He's going in. Oh! All right, I'm going in. I'm going in. I get in here for less than 5 minutes, and then I go, what's the plan, Adam? He goes, we're done. That's it. That's it. I got cold for nothing and shirtless. My nipples are like diamonds. What are you doing, Billy? Don't leave me in here alone. That's better. That's a lot better. All right, we did it. We pooled. We hot tubbed. We left the skeletons in there for the next occupant. Just leave them here. Why not? Spooky. Leave them in the pool equipment section where we got the floaty from. I never thought it would feel so nice to get into a haunted house. Ah, I want to warm up, dude. Now just throw the wet shorts into the van. It's the nice part about having the van. Keep the swim trunks with you. Yes, I know you could do that in any car, but this isn't any old car. This is my old car. Probably no better place than the dashboard, right? Just let him cool off up there. He'll be fine. Anyway, definitely not our typical adventure. You know, usually this is the kind of thing I would do and not even film it, you know, not even show anybody. Just, all right, I'm going over to hang out with Adam. But I don't know. I felt like this one was just worth bringing you guys along for the ride. A little behind the scenes of the Adam DeWoo Poltergeist House Experience action. They're going back to Horror Nights to go back through the Poltergeist maze.
All in one day.
We gotta compare it.
You guys are geniuses. We're signing the guest book, might take a little group photo, and then the party will split, and then Adam will be all alone in the Poltergeist house. I was gonna stay with you, dude, but Allie wasn't feeling good, so.
Am I gonna watch the movie with me?
I might watch the movie with you. I might watch a film. Dude, now we're gonna watch Poltergeist in the Poltergeist house on
How do you turn this thing up?
VHS. This is like Heather's section.
So many strobe lights in this more than any other movie. To the point I was watching it on the plane and I just turned it off. Dude, I had the brightness so low down.
They were just showing the kid's bedroom in the movie, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I want to see that again. And then I just realized I could go upstairs and see it right now. I can go take another look. Kind of scary being up here by myself, but you know. Yeah, look at that. The window right there. The tree would have been out there. Kind of a different layout. The props aren't one-to-one, but it's close enough. You get the idea. They got the right Star Wars poster. At least they have some Star Wars sheets. Best of all, a tinier version of the creepiest freaking clown ever. Apparently, Sean Clark down there owns one of the 2 original Smiley clowns. So awesome. Making a noise. Clack, 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 from the other room while we're watching Poltergeist. And then in the other room, the fan is moving. Any second, the chairs are going. Wait a minute.
The lights flicker.
Did you do that? No. How many times have I told you, Kevin? You gotta push these chairs in. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's so weird. Obviously, most of the movie wasn't filmed in the house. Just a few scenes where they had to shoot out of the windows. But, oh, and by the way, the dead giveaway is the staircase. But they did model the house pretty closely on this one. Like the sets. Like convincingly close. So if Poltergeist scares you, it'd be a little creepy staying in this place. Ooh. Spooky. There he goes. Chucking out the TV. We did it.
We got through.
The last 3 standing. And then Kevin and I are going to leave and head back to Anaheim, and Adam's going to be sitting here by himself.
This house is clean.
All right, that's it. We got in the pool with some skeletons. We've done our duty up here. Kevin's leaving me some carrots to take to Allie.
Is clean.
Adam, dude, thanks for inviting me over to your place, your casa, for one night.
My one-night casa?
We've cleansed the house. This house is clean.
This house.
Even the counter's clean. Allison sprayed down the counter after all that meat and rice maggots and all kinds of stuff. We played with ketchup and skeletons in the pool. We had a gay old time in here.
I got ketchup in my eyes. Still burns.
We've done our duty. We can go home and sleep well.
That's that. My phone is dead. We walked outside and there were some weird noises like whoa, whoa, whoa. Here it is. The neighborhood where the grand finale. Dude, the last 20 minutes of that movie are insane. I love how they still have some pedestals with the 2 lights here. Still have that hexagon window up there. The trees are huge now. They're so tiny in the film. Awesome. All right, we're out of here. All right, that was a heck of a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I know it wasn't our normal adventure. But really, what is a normal adventure in random land? You never know what's gonna happen. But I forgot to mention earlier in the adventure that if you would like to check out our merch store, get yourself a Sick Random Land hat, join our Patreon, join the podcast, get the extra vlogs and stuff like that, all the links are down below in the description. There, now that I've remembered that, now I've done my duty. And now I'm literally going home to sleep well. See you guys later on the next one. I just feel bad leaving Adam out there in the middle of the street, filming the house. When I was driving away, I told him I was going to stay with you, but Allie wasn't feeling good. He's like, it's fine. I go, just don't get sucked into the closet. He'll be all right. Won't he?